Let's talk about money. Not the paper in your hand, not the numbers on your screen. The system behind it, the trust we never questioned, the rules we never voted for, the game we were born into. Let's talk about money and what it does to us. Gold in the vault, paper in the palm. Kings made the rules, priests kept it calm. Trade turned to power, power turned to law, and every coin minted came with a hidden claw. They said it's value, they said it's trust, but every empire used it to turn people into dust. Old money wasn't freedom, it was chains in disguise. A promise on the surface, the prison in the lies. If value is belief, then belief can be controlled, and every system built on trust can easily be sold. Let's talk about money, money, money. Who makes it funny? Funny, funny. Who prints it many, many, many? Who takes it when it's sunny, sunny, sunny? Let's talk about money, money, money. When machines turn greed to honey, honey. When hidden costs turn heavy, heavy. When debts keep stacking many, many, many. Swipe a card, tap a phone, numbers disappear. Invisible transactions, invisible fear. Banks hold the power with a single frozen line. Your freedom is a button on a server's spine. Inflation eats the savings, interest traps the poor. The system keeps you running, but never through the door. Digital money feels modern, but the truth is old. Control the flow of value, and you control the world. If money is a signal, then someone owns the wire, and every silent update pulls the world a little tighter. Let's talk about money, money, money. Who makes it funny? Funny, funny. Who prints it many, many, many? Who takes it when it's sunny, sunny, sunny? Let's talk about money, money, money. When machines turn greed to honey, honey. When hidden costs turn heavy, heavy. When debts keep stacking many, many, many. Programmable coins, every step in the light. Every purchase recorded, every habit inside. Limits on spending, expiry dates. A wallet that obeys the will of the state. They say it's safer, they say it's clean, but freedom disappears when control goes unseen. CBDC is not money, it's a leash made of code. A future where compliance is the only road. If power shapes the system, and the system shapes the man, then who decides the limits, and who decides the plan? If money is the language, and the world is the stage, then who holds the pen that writes the modern age? What if value wasn't numbers, but contribution and care? What if access wasn't purchased, but simply always there? What if systems weren't built to punish or divide, but to lift the human spirit and keep no one outside? A world where wealth is measured by the good that we create, where money isn't power, but a tool we elevate. Let's talk about money, money, money. When people choose a steady, steady, steady. When futures grow more ready, ready, ready. When value turns to messy, messy, messy. Let's talk about money, money, money. When systems shift to plenty, plenty. When no one's left with empty, empty. When worth becomes our many, many, many. Let's talk about money, money, money. When machines turn greed to honey, honey. When hidden costs turn heavy, heavy. When debts keep stacking many, many, many. Money is not the problem, the system is, and systems can be redesigned. Let's talk about money.